Hello everyone, it's Adam here. We have here our R1200 GS Adventure, triple black, very lit up with these bright LED lights. But not having them is a little bit daunting. So what we have here is the V-Stream Z-Technic Tall Touring Deluxe windscreen. The bike is currently on the center stand and the screen is in its lowest position. Hop on the bike. So here we are. This is an extreme windscreen for most people. Not necessary. It comes up to my mouth at the lowest setting. At the highest setting, up to my eyes, like this. So obviously, huge windscreen. Fantastic for touring. You're not going to feel any wind at all. It's just going to, the bubble around you is going to be larger than Goldwing riders have. But off-road, even the lowest position, is going to suck. I mean, you come up when you're standing up this way. You're going to be still looking down this very sharp concave plastic appearance here. So even though this is wonderful for touring, I knew that I had sort of designed myself into a corner by foregoing the stock windscreen, which had a lot of movement, which this doesn't when you have the stabilizers locked down, but then also suffered from a ton of just wind hitting me in the face. I had a Z-Technic on my 09 GS Adventure, and I loved it, so this is fantastic. But off-road, it's immediately going to become annoying, as you can barely see me. So, here's what I grabbed. What we have here is the Machine Art Moto slip screen. Here it is. That is it on the stock configuration there. We're going to remove the Z-Technic. We're going to install the slip screen. It only needs the T25 bolts that come with the bike. We're removing the entire stock windscreen using the two bolts that are behind the windscreen here. Very easy to do. And then we are installing this thing. So let's go around behind the bike and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, so here we are on the rear of the bike. You can see here there's the T25 right there. It's just the ones that are exposed. There's one on each side. So we're just going to unscrew those. Okay, now that we're back on the bike, we're going to take the stabilizers and let them just hang here for now. We have our slip screen. I plan on painting this black actually. In its current situation, it's fine. That's got the grooves in the bottom just to fit in there perfectly, so I'm going to slide down these grooves on each side. Now in the current scenario, it could fall to the ground, so hold it closely here. Grab your T25 OEM bolts. Get those ready to go. And just screw it in to the top here. The instructions state to put this in the highest position. It actually helps to put it a little bit lower than highest. Okay, it is now completely installed. So, this is the lowest setting right here. And then this is the highest setting. Pretty basic. Let's go to the other side and I'll show you guys how it looks in the front. So here it is in the front of the bike. Obviously I'm going to paint this black, but this is kind of the stock configuration. Why did I not order a black one? Well, it's because I got this really used, so for like 50 bucks, including shipping, I got this thing. So, you know, much cheaper than the 110 they wanted for it from Machine Art Moto. But yeah, here's low. Integrates really nicely with the lines of the wind deflectors here. Comes up just below the GPS. Let me sit on it real quick, show you guys what it looks like from a normal angle. So, low position, basically non-existent. All it really is doing is you can totally run the bike naked this way. The GPS prep on the R1200 GS Adventure would look a little weird without anything down there. I mean, honestly, it's just a complete straight line of sight, and standing, it's basically not even there. In the high position, again, looks great. The high position sort of interfaces with the Z-Technic stabilizers just a little too much, but really it just keeps this side of the high I'm getting completely completely flat there. But other than that, I mean, the stabilizers are going to be tightened down. You won't even notice them when you're out and about, not even removing them. So low and then very high, and I get that little bit of stabilizer hit right there. Same thing, I mean, it's perfect, right? Yeah, this is great. I'm going to paint it black, so match the deflector a little bit better, and of course the triple black much nicer, but looks great. In practice and reality, nah. I mean, if there's a hot day where I actually want to feel the wind hitting my face, this will be perfect. And especially off-roading, you know, on touring, of course, this isn't really going to be fun at all. We're going to take this off the bike and we're going to paint it black, and then I'll come back to you guys with a finished product. Before we end this video, I wanted to show you guys my first attempt at basically what is Plastidip from a Rust-Oleum can. So you can see here the dots. Those little dots are actually because I did this in really cold temps. The can says 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I did it in like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so I've got some bubbling there. And it did run down, so you have some exposed gray on the top. But it has a nice like texture to it. It's sparkling, has a little texture to it, but it's basically a matte black. There's the old color on the rear, new color on the front. Let's get this on the bike. I'll show you guys how it looks on the bike, and I'll end up peeling this plastic off. It is a plastic like kind of wrap, but you spray it on, you can peel it off when you want to. The can says reapply every 6 months, so to give you an idea of how this is built. But I'll put this on the bike. I'll show you how it looks compared to the old silver. So if you do happen to come across a silver one of these, then painting it with a plastic black is actually pretty simple. Alright, here it is on the bike. So this is the matte black that I picked. It looks great though, I think. Let's take this off. You get the automatic light there, or gain from the Lumix. This is the low position. Maybe this is the middle. I think this is the middle position, not fully low, not fully high. You know, when you go down lower, I think it looks pretty darn good, honestly. So now you've seen it. That's kind of my way of making the silver version match the bike more. I agree it's not, you know, it makes what's mostly a touring bike look a little bit weird with that sort of a hunch on it, but for off-roading it's going to be great. So we'll call this one good. I can't do a review because it's 10 degrees below zero outside, but what I can say is it looks great. Seeing over the handlebars is much easier now with this, and will be great for some weekends off-road. Alright guys, thanks for watching.